another video. This is part 2. Donald Trump's speech addressing the Congress, the snake den. So in his speech, we're talking about immigration enforcement. Well, it's pretty simple. He's talking about enforcing the laws on immigration that have been enhanced. We have a border and nobody respects it. People are coming across that thing, coming over here and doing whatever they want. So how is Donald Trump going to get the border under control? 1, he's building the wall. 2, he's enhancing the current immigration laws that are on the books to make them more stricter. And number 3, he said that we're going to be moving into a type of merit system. So if you want to get status here in America, number 1, you can't go and ask for help from the welfare office anymore. And if you are getting welfare, they're going to cut that soon. That's going to get cut because too many people are taking advantage of that. And we don't even know if they're really American citizens or not. What they do is, like I said, they have the baby here, and then they take the baby too. And that amendment in the Constitution, in regards to, people born here in America, that was not written so people can abuse it the way that it's being abused. So if you're an illegal immigrant, they don't want you to become a burden on the people. Because how do you think as if you're an illegal immigrant, how do you think, you're getting these benefits? Who's paying for it? The people of America are paying for it. The people are. Out of their pockets. Through taxes. Your kids go to school. You guys ain't paying into the system. The vast majority of them are not. Very small number, 10% are paying. What the hell is that? 10% is nothing. How is that fair to the American worker when we have to foot that bill? And then these people talk crap about us. That has to stop. Donald Trump is about to put a stop to all of that. So you guys need to, that's why I said you guys need to start doing whatever you need to do to get your papers fixed. Because after this thing, your chance is going to be up, and it's going to be extremely hard, because in order for you to get a work permit, they may tell you need to pay your taxes off before we give you a work permit. Oh, you haven't paid it off? Oh, we can't give you a work permit. So who knows? I'm just speculating, America. Then he goes on to say that border security is currently one of the highest priorities Donald Trump will be dealing with. Border security needs to be on lockdown. So you're going to see more hiring of Border Patrol agents to patrol the border as the wall gets built, which is a good thing. He said we currently have lawless chaos, and we have to have laws at our borders. Well, the law is good. The law at the border is going to be when that wall is built, you're not going to be able to go under it or over it. And there'll be sensors that'll let us know when somebody either has penetrated the wall or has gone under the wall or is trying to go over the wall. There'll be cameras and sensors all across that border so we can see where you are hiding. Nowhere will be safe. You're going to come across the border. You're going to come with a passport and a green card. Donald Trump stated that our jobs is to protect, that his job, government's job, is to protect the citizens of America and to deal with terrorism. Terrorism is a big problem in other countries. These people haven't really done it over here because they don't know how they know how we're going to react. The minute they do something, none of them are safe. Whatever country you're from, you are going to be on the target board. They're going to be deporting people in masses. The first terrorist attack that goes off over here and we find out who did it, and if we find out that you came in when these courts said that Donald Trump's first travel ban was unconstitutional, and it happens to be one, you guys are going to be in, America's going to be on lockdown. So be wary. You guys may have gotten away and you think it's all cool. First attack, the first thing that pops off, the first building that gets blown up, anything, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. They're going to come after you guys with force. We have to keep people out that want to do us harm, and we have to set the people, we have to vet the people that are coming in the country. We got to know who's coming here. And in his speech, he uses the word terrorism. He says it right there, Democrats, and they're like, "Ooh, I don't believe, we don't believe in that word." But he said it because that's what it is. What are you going to call it? What do you call it? Remember what I said about the jobs, starting businesses, getting into middle class? All those things are things that you guys got to be focused on, because that's how you're going to get into the middle class, through this money. And I think that's almost all of my notes. In regards to jobs, Donald Trump is talking about how a merit-based immigration system, he's talking about implementing a merit-based immigration system in order for people to come to the country. He basically said that these people that are coming in here, they got to be able to support themselves. They can't just go to the government and ask for money, and they're coming here and then they just stay here and leech, and then have kids, and now they're just a burden on the taxpayer. That has to stop. The following goals for immigration is to improve jobs, wages, and strengthen America's security. He was talking about, to buy American and hire American. These are all these things that he's talking about are things that need to happen in America. We gotta support our country. We gotta buy our own products. We can't be buying stuff from everybody else. We need to buy our own stuff from our own people so we have an economic base here. We can't keep on going with this consumer-based economy. It's not going to work. What happens with all these? What happens if all these countries, for some reason, decide to drop the petrodollar? America will be a war zone in like 1 week. That's the only thing keeping America afloat. So what's the plan, Randall? What's the plan? What's Donald Trump going to do? How's he going to save us from this? I waited this long on purpose, because most people don't watch my videos this long, unless you're really a hardcore subscriber. Most people only watch for about 6 to 7 minutes, and after that they go. That's why I make these videos long, because there's a reason why I'm giving you guys this information. I told you guys that you needed to research the picture of that president that he has over his desk. Donald Trump has a president over his desk. Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson is famous for a couple of things, but two in particular. I'll go ahead and mention the two. You guys need to research this. First thing he did, and remember, Donald Trump says he's almost like the next. He feels as if he's the next Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson, number one. Do you guys remember the Trail of Tears? Do you guys know what that is? Let's look it up. Trail of Tears. What happened? Well, let me read it to you. In 1838 and 1839, a part of Andrew Jackson's Indian removal policy, something you guys need to research, the Indian removal policy, the Cherokee Nation was forced to give up its land east of the Mississippi River and to migrate to an area in present-day Oklahoma. The Cherokee people called this journey the Trail of Tears because of its devastating effects. So the first thing I would tell you, you need to find that account, read it. And then you need to see what the devastating effects of this event that occurred by Mr. Andrew Jackson, the president at the time. Most people don't research history because remember, I always say this, history always repeats itself. And history is getting ready to repeat itself. I don't come on here and say this stuff just to say it. I say this stuff for a reason.